In honor of June being Pride Month, I thought I'd share my coming out story with you. It all started in what I would say is my 7th grade year. I was going to Catholic school, and my very, very best friend, and to this day, very, very best friend, came out as bi. And at the time, it didn't change anything. It didn't really mean anything to me. But it wasn't really until my junior and senior year of high school that it really got me thinking, what if I like girls? What if, I'm bi? But it wasn't until winter break of my freshman year of high school where I really got to thinking about it. I found this great web series, Anyone But Me. I'll put a link in the description box for you. That's about two girls, Vivian and Esther, who have to go through a lot of trials and tribulations for being together, to be together. Vivian has to move from New York City to a suburb. Esther kind of feels left behind and left out of, Vivian's new life. Ooh, by the way, season finale, phenomenal. Watch it. Watch the whole series if you get a chance. But back to what I was saying. And then that really was what got the wheels turning. That was probably what really solidified the fact that I am a lesbian, was that web series. I can't really describe what it did for me and how it affected me, but I think if I wouldn't have found that web series, I don't know that I would be out right now. So, Anyone But Me came around, and then came the fun part. I came to the conclusion, before I went back to school, the end of January, and, I had to decide when the right time was and who the right people were. And actually, funny story, the first people I told were some of my Catholic friends. And it was amazing. I don't think it affected anything between us. And so that was cool. And then I did get my first Christian friend who went, okay, I don't agree with it. But, I don't think it changed anything with us. Really didn't matter. And then I told my best friend, the one from before who came out, who's bi, over spring break in April, that I was in fact a lesbian. And so, and she obviously, of course, was cool with it. So that was good. And then I found my first girlfriend. It was had to be about a week before finals. And it was kind of a one-night thing. And then we realized that it wasn't really going to work out. She was staying back in the city where my school is. And I came back home. I am home. So the plan was that we would get back together. The plan has changed, sadly. But having that experience with a girl definitely solidified things for me. Has made me more sure of the fact that I am a lesbian. and then came telling my parents, and this is kind of a tough part, because I was scared to tell my parents. My mother knew I was questioning, and probably 2 or 3 days after I got home from school, she asked me if I had come to any conclusions. I lied to her and said no. I regret doing that at this point, now. But, you know, I can't really take back the past. But when I decided to tell my dad, my mom was out of town. So I told him, and he seemed not thrilled, but not unhappy with it. And funny story, we didn't get along very well before I told him, but I told him, and I swear to God, are starting to get along better. Anywho, and then probably a week or so after I told my dad, I told my mom. And my mom was just phenomenal about it. She was like, you know, I'm in tears because I'm so afraid, because I've lied to her about it, and I'm just afraid about the, you know, whole thing, you know, telling her. So I tell her, I'm bawling. I have her watch episode 8 of season 2 of Anyone But Me. I don't want to ruin anything for anyone, but most of the people who will probably be watching this will know what I'm talking about. So I tell her, and I'm bawling, and I tell her I'm about probably 10-15 minutes away from leaving for work, and you know, it felt so good that she finally knew the truth. As scared as I was because I lied to her, she was so cool about it. She's like, you know, you're still my daughter. I still love you. And I just went, you know, I wiped away the tears, and, you know, just, I was so happy. And so that's pretty much brings us today. That's my, like, 5-month journey. I'll update this video as things transpire. If you have any questions about anything, either leave a video response, leave a comment below. I'll either do a video or I'll reply to your comment. So I hope you enjoyed this. If this is something enjoyable, I don't know. But yeah, I'll put a link to Anyone But Me, my Twitter, my blog, in the description box, and adios, amigos.